It's a big ordeal, and it can be, also where do you begin and how do you do this? And so it's nice to have somebody professionally just come in and do this for them. So, and I'm sure that afterwards they're going to be very excited, and the reward will be beautiful.
Yes.
When everything's cleaned up.
Yes. And one of the big things is on his end of it, he bought this farm through like an auction sale or whatever, and apparently there were squatters on the property, and he said that they had to look up the squatters laws, and basically what the laws are for squatters, and I'm not saying anybody needs to go do this, but if you find a piece of property that's not been maintained, the grass is growed up, the house, there is, according to the law, the dwelling has to have 4 walls, a roof, and windows. But if you could go up to the front door or the back door and turn the knob and open it, and it's not locked, you can literally move into it. And once you start receiving mail, then they will have to do the eviction process to get rid of you, because you are then squatting on the property. If you take care and maintain that property, no, you can't do any repairs to the house. But if you take care of the land and take care of the property part of it, for 7 years, according to state law, you own it.
No way.
Yes.
Whoa.
And you have to have proof that you've been there for that 7 years.
Oh my goodness.
You have to have proof that you've maintained the property for 7 years. And after that, but the thing is the entire time, you cannot have a key for the house. You can't lock the doors at all.
Oh, wow. Wow. Very interesting. So you've learned a lot about this then.
Yes. So basically, they had squatters, and this guy would go around to tire shops, and he would get all their tires that had decent tread on them and just load them up and haul them to this farm and stack them in stacks, and he was trying to sell them. And we found tires that had holes in sidewalls, that they was rode, with the tire flat, and the sidewalls was all beat up, tires with busted belts. Now, we have found some really nice tires that look like they was brand new. Right. Matter of fact, we threw the stack in yesterday that had stickers on all the tires.
Oh, wow.
And the only thing I can figure is somebody either put them on and they rode rough. I guess they was majorly out of balance. I don't know. But anyway, because there were so many, he had to have a contractor come in and do the cleanup before the state will reimburse him.
Ah, okay. Very interesting. Yeah. So,
And it has to exceed a certain amount of money before the state will reimburse him.
Oh, wow. Well, when you're talking about, spring and summer, now we're in the summer and everything, this is the golden opportunity when everybody starts doing cleanup, and that's where you come into play to do that. So, which is important for our community.
Absolutely. And we have a skid steer service where we can come in, and I thought about taking my skid steer out there to this place and using the forks and picking these tires up and throwing them in. And I'm thinking, you know what? Sweating's good for the body. So we're just hand throwing them, get out there and chuck them in the dumpster and get a little exercise.
Yeah, that's like doing bales of hay, right?
Yeah, some of them feel like it too.
Bales of hay, yeah. Well, sure.
And every one of these have that nasty water inside of them. And
okay.
So yeah, you smell like sewage by the time you get home.
Doubt,
at the end of the day.
doubt.
It's nasty.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. All right. Let me thank our sponsors this morning. I want to thank Walmart. We will be there tomorrow doing the live remote. They're going to be doing the re-grand opening. So come on out, 8:30 for the re-grand opening here at Salem Walmart. Also, speaking of Walmart, Saturday morning and getting a workout, we are having the fire truck pool coming up this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So anybody that would like to get a team of 10 together and pull the fire truck, all the proceeds go to the Special Olympics, which is wonderful. And we have a wonderful group in our county, Special Olympics. And of course, the athletes, it costs money for them to compete and do. So great fundraiser. So everyone grab your teams of 10 and come on out and let's support them. That'll be at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. All right, Meadowview Healthcare Center, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentuckiana Cat and Core, who's in the house right now with Jeromy, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Dr. Black's Eye Associates. Wonderful sponsors every day right here on Coffee Club. Very thankful for our sponsors. All right, we are sandwiched in the middle of July, and Jeromy, we appreciate you giving us information about all of the great things going on. Let's see what today is. Today is Get to Know Your Customers Day. Do you feel like that when you're dealing with your customers? Do you feel like you get to know them?
Yes.
And how important?
Sometimes more intimately than you want.
Well, you do, yeah. Because do you feel like that they have to, you kind of got to come up with a game plan of what you're going to do when you're doing something, and then what works best for everybody, right?
Yeah, and not only that, but you might have one customer that has this type of personality and another one that has a different personality,
Sure.
and you need to be able to gel with just multiple people.
Absolutely. Definitely. So get to know your customer. This is also gummy worm day. You like gummy worms?
Yes.
I do too.
You can actually catch fish with them too.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, that's a lot better than doing the other kind
They
of
just look like rubber worms.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can actually catch fish with them.
So you could actually take a bag out, eat a few yourself, and then give some. I like that. Never been told that
You can
before.
have a snack and dinner at the same
I'm telling
time.
you what, that's a win-win. That's a banner day. I love horses day, which I do love horses, and I do. National Be a Dork Day. Okay.
I've been called one a time or two.
There you go. National Give Something Away Day. We're going to give away, hopefully, a great day and giving a great smile.
I'll be a dork right now. Knock, knock.
Okay, who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
No, Europe who?
Oh my gosh! No way! No way! No way! Jeromy, it's too early for that one. I gotta have another cup of coffee. National Pet Fire Safety Day. So and Bully, if there was a fire, you need to make sure Bully gets out and Bully.
Oh yeah.
You make sure that Pet Fire Safety Day. And this is also National Respect Canada Day. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't make these up. National Tapioca Pudding. You like tapioca pudding?
Yes.
I love tapioca pudding too. National Orange Chicken Day. You like orange chicken?
No.
Okay.
I like fried chicken.
Yeah.
I like barbecue chicken.
Yeah. So get out and enjoy this day. Also, today is Denise Newkirk's birthday. So I want to say, and she's a dear friend of mine. I want to wish her a very happy birthday. I hope she's listening to you, Denise, and hope it's the best day ever. So there
Happy
we go.
birthday.
Absolutely. Get out and enjoy for sure.
21 again.
There you go. Exactly. And holding. I love that. Absolutely. Well, she's my partner in crime a lot of times. We do a lot of events and stuff together. We haven't lately, but we do, and she's fantastic, and she's just wonderful and always a go-getter and just a good positive person. So I hope I'm sending positive vibes her way. All right, Jeromy, so let's jump in. We talked a little bit about some of the different cleanups and stuff, but how does a person go about, like, now that you've added to your business and more things that you're doing, and of course now you're doing dumpsters, and so
Yes.
Explain a little bit about that business.
Okay. On the dumpster end, it's mainly for people that have a lot of clutter at their house. They're, I ain't going to say the word hoarder, but if you are one of those and you're trying to clean out a garage or storage shed or something like that, or you've moved and you've got all this stuff that you've unpacked and you're like, we really don't want this, you can give me a call and I can come out and set these little dumpsters. And when I say little dumpsters, I've got 10-yard and I got 15-yard dumpsters. And I've got this little bitty 5-yarder, but it's kind of obsolete. I wouldn't even worry about that one. But my 10 and 15-yard dumpsters, the 10 yards start at $350 a week, and that's for 5 business days. And what I mean by 5 business days is if I drop it off on a Monday, I will pick it up on a Friday. That $350 gives you up to 5 tons of waste, so there will not be any extra bill on the dump fee. Anything over the 5th ton, you will get charged $30 a ton. So if you have 7 tons, you're only going to get a bill in the mail for $60. If you understand that. Now,
yeah, sure.
There is regulated items such as auto batteries, car tires, anything containing Freon, paint cans with lids. So if you've done a remodel on your house and you've painted the inside of your house and you've got paint cans, I don't care if you dump a half a gallon of paint in these dumpsters, just take the lids off your paint cans.
So why do they want the lids off?
Because if the lids are on the paint cans, that means there's wet paint in the paint cans, and some of these paints are oil-based paints, and they can go into the water table and damage the water table. So it's a regulated item.
Okay, so they'd rather have the lids off.
They want the lids off
first
the
I thought,
cans,
my understanding.
because if the lid's off the can, chances are the paint inside's dry.
Right. Okay.
It's not going to spill.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. And then the old picture tube style TVs, because they had mercury in them. So those are not allowed as well. If any of those items are found in one of the dumpsters when we dump it, there's a $25 handling recycling fee on that. And then also, if any of the waste sticks above the rim of the box to where we have to climb on it and get it down to where we can haul it and be able to throw the tarp over it without damaging the equipment, there's a $25 leveling fee. And that only gets assessed, if it's like bags of trash or boxes, we're not going to go in there and level that out. I'm talking like if you've got 2x4s with nails sticking up, something that will grab a hold of the tarp and tear it apart and rip it. So, but anyway, that's the 15-yard dumpster. It's $350 for 5 business days. If you order it on a Monday, we pick it up on a Friday. If you get it on a Tuesday, you will get the weekend free, because we don't work weekends, and we pick it up the following Monday. So you actually that's the best deal, is if you order it Tuesday through Friday, because you'll get them 2 days on the weekend for free.
There you go.
And the same thing with the 15-yard dumpster. So, just kind of figure that into your budget there. And then the 15-yard dumpster is $400 for 5 business days as well. And then same thing on the regulated items in that, and same thing on the tonnage of trash. And then we also have a weekend special going, to where if you order it for a weekend, we drop it Friday morning, or sometime during Friday, we'll drop it off. We pick it up on Monday, and you can have $50 off each dumpster. So a 15-yard will be $350, and a 30 or 10-yard will be $300, and it still gives you the same 5 tons of waste.
Awesome. No, it's good information to know, and know exactly how you can save a little bit of money if you need cleanup.
Yes.
Because that's something that that can happen, and you don't have any way of getting
Absolutely.
it somewhere. So,
and we can throw anything in these dumpsters. If you have like concrete and stuff like that to dispose of, I'd prefer you put some kind of cushion in the bottom of it. Some dirt or debris of some sort, put it in the bottom before you dump concrete, because we really don't want to damage the bottom of our tubs.
Sure. Now, do you have to like throw it over, or like is there a gate?
There's a door you can open at the back,
so you can actually walk it in. Like you don't have to.
Yep. There's a door you can open in the back.
Throwing tires, you don't have to throw.
Yep, there is a door that you can open, and if you want the door open, I can open it for you, and I can show you how it closes and latches. That way, if you want to open it up to throw this stuff in, most of my 15-yard dumpsters are just a little over chest high.
Uh-huh.
My 10 yards are about waist high. I do have one 15-yard, and I'm getting a 20-yard dumpster here soon. And they are actually taller. They're head high on me. They're 6 foot tall.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're the one 15-yard. It's a square dumpster. It's a perfect box. Most of mine are tub style. They're rounded bottom dumpsters. But yeah, like I said, it's something. If you got trash, if you got stuff you need hauled off, the landfill's no longer taking brush, so I'm trying to find an area to haul brush to that's not going to charge me an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
I've contacted several of these recycle companies that you could take brush into to recycle, and I'm getting quotes anywhere from $50 a truckload to $30 a ton to whatever. So if you're in the country, put it in a pile and burn it if you can, because it's going to save you money.
Right. Or I know early July is when the law changed, and it said that like you can't even put like house plants or like your outdoor when you're, let's say, whenever, we start getting into fall and you want to throw away like your hanging plants or whatever, you cannot throw those into the what am I trying to say, the landfill.
Yes.
The keyword.
Well, they're
landfill.
no longer taking brush cleanup.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing. They're no longer taking brush cleanup.
Yeah. So that and when you're used to that, I mean, you have to make changes. And I'm not knocking their laws because they have a reason for what they're doing, but it's just the fact of trying to now what do we do with this stuff,
right?
Because you have that, and of course you know that after you do a lot of cutting and stuff, it can be quite a bit of a problem. You have quite a bit. So, all right. So anything else that we need to know, that if anybody,
if you got a job that's too big, say you like this job where this guy's got all these tires.
Yeah.
If you've got a job that's too big, you're either elderly or you just don't have the time to do it.
Right.
You can always call us, and I can come out and I can give you a quote on what it would cost if we cleaned it up for you. And I can bring a skid steer in. We can load everything up, and I mean, there's going to be charges for everything. So.
Sure. But it's nice to know, and for those that are thinking about doing something but don't know what to do or how to do it, it can be overwhelming. I mean, everybody,
it can be,
And
well, that's like this gentleman here that had, he figured there's like 600-700 tires there, and when I looked at it, and I said, no, you got 1,000. I'm like, well, this is what it's going to cost on trucking, because I'm looking, it's going to take me 10 plus trips, going to Louisville to get rid of these tires at one of the tire recyclers over there. And, I've got to be able to make money on my end of it. So this is what you're looking at. And I basically just gave him a price per tire of what it costs, get rid of the tires with my services. That's me and, my crew loading tires.
Sure. Yeah.
Using my equipment and my trucks and my dumpsters. And basically, we've got 2 dumpsters sitting over there right now. They're both loaded. Well, no, we got 1 empty, 1 loaded. We sent 1 off this morning. I got a guy that's already on his way to Louisville to get rid of a load. And there's 115 tires in that dumpster.
Oh, my gosh.
He's going to come back, drop it, grab the next full one, and roll. And he's going to drop and hook all day long until we either run out of tires or run out of time. So, I mean, it's...
Wow. Well, that's going to be awesome, though. Good for that, though, and good for you, though. That's wonderful. So then, so we have that going, the dumpster business, and going successfully, and definitely, someone can call or check out your Facebook or whatever if they want.
And they can also find me on Google too, Kentuckiana Cat and Core Google.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. And so let's talk about some of the other services.
Well, also, I'm still doing the catalytic converters. You do have to have a title or a registration from the vehicle that the converter come off of per state law. I do have to have a copy of your driver's license whenever you sell a converter to me. Catalytic converters are still holding steady. They're still really good right now. And, they've done all these new laws to prevent the theft of them. People,
Yeah. Were you happy about that?
Yes, I am, because it was a really big problem.
Sure.
You're not going to stop thieves from doing nothing. I mean, thieves are going to be thieves. They're still going to find a way around it. But it has slowed down a little bit, but I think it slowed down more because prices are about 2/3 of what they was 5 weeks ago. So prices have dropped about 30%, but they're still really good. They're really, they're higher than what they was a year ago at this time. A year ago at this time, they was, $8,000 for 100 of them, and I mean, they're triple that still.
Oh, wow.
So, they also passed a law effective July 1st that we cannot give any kind of pricing over the phone. You got to bring them to us.
Oh, wow.
And what that does, it prevents people from crawling under a car and saying, "Hey, what this converter worth?"
Right, sure.
And then cutting the converter off.
Yeah.
So, if you call me and say, "Hey, I've got a converter off of an '89 Toyota," I'm not going to be able to tell you a price over the phone. You got to bring it to me. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you're going to have an ID. You're going to have title or registration from the vehicle the converter come from. So if you bring me a Toyota title and you've got a converter from a Ford, I'm not going to buy it.
Right.
Because that title does not match the vehicle, or the converter does not match the vehicle in which you got the title for.
Right.
I had a guy bring me the other day. He bring me one. It was a Toyota, and it was about, it'd say Toyota Ford. He brought me a Toyota converter, and he tried to use his Ford Ranger. registration, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. And he's like, well, I got the title for that car, but I just can't. I said, well, I'm sorry, I can't buy it, you know. So, and I've never seen him again. So he's still looking. He's still looking, Jeromy.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, he's done found somebody else to buy it. That's what's happened. So
well, that's something that
it causes me to lose business, but I would rather do honest business than
absolutely.
I'd rather do no business than illegal business.
Right, so. Right. Well, and it really, for those that do utilize it and are on the up and up, it really works well for them.
Yes. And copper prices are doing really good right now. Right now, number 2 copper, I'm giving $3.30 a pound. Number 1 copper is $3.50. Yellow brass is $2.
And can you kind of just go over the 1, 2?
Okay, number 1 copper is any copper piping that is shiny, bright in color, with no paint, no it can't be like green, it can't be painted, it can't have any solder on it. It's got to be clean bare copper. Clean bare copper pipe is what it's got to be. Number 2 is dirty copper. It can be burnt wire. It could be what I call angel hair wire. To give you an idea what angel hair wire is, it's like what battery cables are made out of. It's real fine wire. That's number 2. Any kind of copper pipe that's got solder, paint, or tarnished real bad is number 2. And I don't understand it, and I know there's some people out there that are probably like shaking their fist at the radio right now. And the reason why I say that is because I've been to these smelters that recycle this copper, and I see them literally take a scoop of dirty copper and a scoop of clean copper and throw it all in the kiln at the same time. So I kind of think it's a gimmick with, the major recyclers, which I have to deal with because I don't do enough. I'm not doing semi-loads of this stuff to sell it straight to the smelter.
Right.
So, because it used to be that as long as it wasn't painted or tarnished or didn't have any kind of solder on it, it was number 1. Well, now they've made it to where it's got to be bright copper to be number 1. So I apologize to everybody out there. I've got to go with what my buyers tell me.
Well, you don't make the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
But you do have to follow them.
Yes, I don't make the rules. I just got to follow them. Exactly. And then number 1 bare bright is any copper wire that is stripped that the single wire is bigger around than a pencil lead. And it's got to be stripped. It'll be bare bright copper. It'll be bright and shiny, basically. And that stuff right now is like $3.65 a pound. It's 15 cents higher than number 1. And then we've got, like I said, brass is $2 a pound. Copper brass radiators are $2 a pound. Copper aluminum radiators are $1.80 a pound. Clean auto cast, like rotors, drums, engine blocks, stuff like that. Rotors and drums, I'm giving $1.25 a piece for. Same thing with exhaust manifolds. If they're cast iron, $1.25 a piece. Auto batteries, $8 for a car battery, $10 for a deep cycle or a big truck battery. And what I mean by big truck, like semi-truck, it's got to have the screw-down battery posts. If it's got the standard style battery post that you put standard battery cables on, it's considered a regular car battery. Lawnmower batteries are $3. Power wheel batteries are $1. Aluminum wheels, standard aluminum wheel from 14 to 15 or 13 to 15 inches, I'm giving $10 a piece. 16 to 18, I'm giving 12. 18 and up, it's $1 an inch.
Wonderful. Wow. Well, no, I think this is fantastic. And I think because you have those batteries, again, like tires, what do you do with them? And how do you dispose of them?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
I mean, I've had, my understanding was you have to be very careful with the battery, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's not to be really messed with much. So it's nice that if you will take them and give a little bit of money for them, that's when, and just.
I had a guy yesterday, he brought me 9 wheels, like 30-something batteries.
Oh, wow.
A little bitty bucket of copper and a little bitty bucket of brass and 1 converter, and he ended up with almost $500.
Not a bad day.
Yeah, and
For
all he was
cleaning
doing,
things
all he was
out.
doing was cleaning out
Jeromy,
the
I was
garage.
gonna say, and you cleaned it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm sure to his significant other, that was priceless to have the cleanup, right?
right. So
So that's a win-win. That's a banner day for everyone.
yeah, I mean, he had, you know, he, like I said, the converter he had wasn't a real good one. It was an older one, but I mean, he had all this paperwork and everything, so he was good on the
Awesome.
converter. Alternators off cars, I'm giving $2 a piece. Starters are $1. Um, Air conditioners, that's got the copper aluminum coil in it. Well, your black motor that runs your air conditioner is called a compressor.
And is this like an air conditioner, window air conditioner?
In window or outside, either
Any?
one.
Okay.
That black compressor has copper in it, and it's copper steel is what it actually goes for. It's called a sealed unit, and right now those are 10 cents a pound. We can throw them on a scale. I've got a set of scales down there that are certified, and we can throw them on a scale, and you know it's 10 cents a pound. And the average ones, you know, a small one out of a window air conditioner is going to bring you probably $2. I mean, they're heavy. We weighed one out of a outside unit the other day, and guy got, I don't know, like $13 for it.
Oh.
At 10 cents a pound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this thing was heavy.
Right.
So.
That's good. That's great.
But he actually had several. He had like 15 of them because he was an HVAC guy. But yeah, he brought them to me, and we unloaded them and put them on the scale. But yeah, they averaged out at about 100 pounds, 120 pounds a piece.
Well, I think this is good information, because like if you have that stuff sitting there and you don't realize what to do with it, and you're not really supposed to worry, how you dispose of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can have some guidelines of things you can do and things you can't do, and what do you do with it? Well, it's good to know, and oh wow, I could do this, I can do that. So a lot of times we just walk around things and realize that we could dispose of them, get rid of them, and also make a little bit of money on the side.
Yep, and we're still doing the local community. If you have a junk appliance, we'll still come pick that up for free.
Yeah.
And if you've got car batteries or anything like that I was talking about earlier, and if you've got aluminum wheels, or aluminum tires or aluminum wheels that still got tires on them, if you just want them out of your yard, we'll come pick that stuff up. That way we can recycle the tire, we can recycle the rim. I'm not going to pay you for it because I'm coming to pick it up, but we can still get that stuff recycled where it's not sitting on the ground and collecting water, and because eventually the plastic on these batteries will decompose to where they'll crack, and then that acid leaks on the ground, and then it gets into water table.
Sure.
And, your grass ain't going to grow in that area for years.
Right.
Because, that sulfuric acid just eats everything.
Right. Which is not good for the environment.
No.
And that's something that, that everybody's trying to do better.
Exactly. So, and like I said, I do the free pickup. It may take me a day or two to get to you because I am really busy. I've got to put you on a schedule.
I want it now.
Yeah. And let's see here. Trying to think what else. If you got a junk car, I'm still giving really good prices on junk cars. I will have to have titles. New Indiana law effective July 1st. I will have to have titles for every single junk car if you have one. And it's got to be, the title's got to be in your name. So
it's good information to know.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So what about also? So we're speaking of cleaning up and getting rid of, and and this is the time of year to do that. And I know, of course, with the rain that we've been having, a lot of rain, that makes again a lot of mosquitoes. We just talked about that. Whenever you have setting water, and they always say to get rid of this stuff. So we've got that. But what else, as far as what about driveways, like rock hauling or anything like that? Is that something you're still doing?
We are still doing limited amounts of that.
Uh-huh.
But yes, we are still doing that. We still will come out and repair driveways and do some grading and stuff like that. I've kind of gotten away from it because I found that, people just, I don't know why, but they think you ought to be able to do it for free. And so I've kind of gotten away from it a lot. I've quoted people, quotes, prices or whatever on what I would charge just to grade a driveway out.
Mm-hmm.
And, and it's one of them things that I don't want to say these people are cheap, but they're like, well, why can't you do it for $100? You know, and I never have a really good answer for that. You know,
I'm
and
gonna spit my coffee out. Okay.
yeah, well,
Take a big
and
drink
I
of coffee.
don't. And I don't, and usually I revolve to the, you know, I resolve to the fact of saying, well, the reason why I charge so much is because, you know, my equipment cost is the same no matter if I do a $300 job or a $3,000 job. My equipment cost is the same, and whether it takes me 2 hours to do your job that's, you know, going to charge you $300-400 for, or I do a $3,000 job it's going to take me a week to do, I'm still using the same equipment and I'm still doing the same movements. Except this is taking a day of my time because I've got to haul my equipment, you know, and everything costs money. My fuel's costing more this year.
No, definitely.
You know, my fuel's
Everybody's
doubled.
noticed that one, I know. Yeah.
My fuel's doubled. The only thing good is diesel's less than gas now. But I mean, I spent $150 this morning on diesel fuel, and you know, I spend $500 a week on diesel fuel. And you know, you got your equipment cost, you got your insurance, you know, and a lot of people don't realize the expense that it takes.
Sure.
You know, and I had a lady the other day that asked me about coming out and doing her driveway, and I went out and looked at it, and she had some potholes and she had some stuff, and her and her husband was there, and you know, I'm not saying that people that wear suit and tie are you know, uneducated by no means, because apparently they probably make more money than I do. I don't know. But they're like, well, how come it's going to cost so much to do this? Because I gave them a bid of $1,500 to fix their driveway. And they said, well, why is it going to cost so much? I said, I figure I'm going to be here 2 days for one. I said, because the only way to get these potholes out is you got to dig them out. You got to get these potholes down to where the hard pan's out from under it. And I said, and then you got to backgrade everything. And that takes equipment and time. And you know, and he's like, well, I just don't understand how come you couldn't do it for like $500. I said, if you just want me to bring some rock in here and backgrade it, I said, I'll come in here with rock, backgrade it for $500. I said, but in a month that pothole's going to come back. I said, let me do it right, and it'll be fixed for a long time. And the guy kind of got in an argument with me about why the cost was so much, and I was like, all right, you know what? Look, you drop $30,000 on a machine, you drop $10,000 a year on insurance, you drop $8,000 on a trailer, drop another $15,000 on a truck, plus the 20 years experience I got in equipment. You know, I said you can go wrench a Bobcat for $400. Whenever you tear it up, I'm going to charge you double. And I didn't get the job, and I really don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't want to sound pompous or anything. But there's just a lot of people that don't realize the cost of getting all this stuff, and the cost of maintaining it. So and the prices are there, and I think I'm competitive with just about anybody when it comes to my pricing. And, if they can find somebody to do it cheaper, have at it. I just can't. I've got to cover my cost. My costs are the same whether I do a job that's going to take me 2 hours or a job that's going to take me 15 hours. My costs are still the same.
Right. Well, then you explain that to them, and that's, it is what it is. That's why, this is America. That's what we do. You know what I mean? And you explain that to them, and, now something else, though, too. If sometimes on a driveway, if you just rearrange the rock, you don't have to get new rock.
No,
I mean,
we've actually got a grader box. We've got a grader box where we can actually dig down 6 inches below the surface. Usually, if you've got a gravel driveway, you've probably got a foot minimum of sub base under there from the years of it being packed down. The rock will sink over time, people. And
yes, let's say that out loud. Rock will sink over time.
Yes, the reason why rock sinks is time and pressure. You're putting pressure every time you drive over it, and every time you drive over it, you're counting time.
So you're playing hard rock.
Exactly, you're playing with hard rock.
Boom, boom. Oh, sorry.
And then of course you get that terrible mound in the middle because people don't drive on both sides of their driveway. They drive right down one way, and
boy, do we
they get that mound right in the middle.
And we go over one way. I mean, exact same pattern.
Yes,
every time. Every time. We're creatures of habit of that.
Well, and it reminds me of cattle, because if you look out in the field, you'll see the little windy you'll see where the rock is, and the cows walk around the rock.
You better believe it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
we're not going to detour, okay?
No. And the thing is, you got a gravel driveway. You need to drive on all of it, not just one section of it.
Ooh, this is good lessons. So, and we're supposed to do that. We're supposed to take a different route, different places, and to make your day. So go a different, when you're going up that driveway, go a different angle. This is good stuff. Yes. Good to do.
And actually, on your best bet on a gravel driveway is you need to weave back and forth.
Oh, I love that. Okay. The neighbors might stare.
They might stare and might think you had a snort or two before you left the house.
Something's going on,
but yeah.
Oh,
I resurfaced a driveway for one of the members of the church, and we ended up having to bring in about 15 ton of rock, and I got it all back graded and everything. And I mean, his driveway was bad. I mean, a small car would get hung up on the mound that was in the middle. And it was so bad, the mound in the middle, they had to mow it.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad it was. And I've got
That's a little island right there.
Yeah. And now that I've got it nice and smooth, they weave. They do. They drive. I told them, I said, you need to drive on all sides of it, not just the edges.
This is good lesson. And this is right here, free on Coffee Club. You're hearing it from Jeromy.
Giving you free advice.
Exactly. I've never heard that before, but it's the truth. And we did.
Somebody asked me one time, they said, what's free around here? I said, air and advice. I said, and I wouldn't trust neither one.
Well, no, I think that's great. Good information. And we do become creatures of habit. We do the same thing. And it's good to do different things like that. Yeah, that's good information. So with that, if someone is interested, and this is the time to get it, of course we know that whenever we do start, if we have a winter like we had last time, it's nice to get that rock. If we do get,
and a lot of times when I do a driveway cleanup or a driveway rejuvenation, the chances of having to have rock is slim.
Yes,
there's people that'll say, "Oh, well, I'm going to have all this rock and everything," and usually I could come out there for about $450, $500, bust that driveway up with my rock or with my grapple bucket. I can get down underneath the hard pan, get your old rock back to the surface, do some back grading, and it'll be fine. And it's no extra rock expense.
Yeah, you told me that, and I thought that's fantastic, because a lot of times it can be, and you don't have to spend that extra money.
No.
Or that extra labor of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's very good information for sure. I'm taking notes over here.
There you go.
Mental notes. Well, it's good information, and of course that's a service that you offer. And let's talk about any other services that you offer, Jeromy. I'm trying to think of going through, because you do offer a lot. And as far as we just talked a little bit about it, but anybody with stove, refrigerators, washer, dryers, sitting outside, and you're wanting to do cleanup, you will haul them off?
Yep, I will come if you're within. I used to be like a 15-mile area of Salem, but because I am so busy, I'm going to shorten that down to just the city of Salem, because I am really super busy. And you would hate to see my schedule book right now. Every day I'm getting more and more.
See, I love that. I say keep you busy. Work.
Yes.
work.
This is what I like. I like being busy.
Well, I know you do.
And the thing is, it's funny, is because I'm working harder and more now than I did when I was working for somebody else. And this ain't work for me.
Yeah.
I do not feel like this is work.
Right. You love what you do.
I'm enjoying what I do. I love my customers. I love the interaction with customers. I love everything about it. It's I really enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I hope that shows with my customer service and whatnot. I know some people are like, well, you're telling some people they need to take a hike, but some people that don't understand equipment costs, I don't know what to tell them.
Right.
I really don't have an answer for that. So, I'll work with a budget. If you've got a budget, you say, hey, I can't go over $600. Okay, this is what I can do for $600.
Right.
I will work with you to an extent. I'm not going to come do a driveway for $100. No. I'm not going to put my Bobcat on a trailer for $100.
Right.
So, but I will work with you to an extent, on a budget. Hey, this is my budget on this. And I usually try to come in under budget if I can.
Sure. That's nice too. That's good. Well, and I think that's important. Again, we just talked about customer. What was today is customer, getting to know your customer.
Yes.
So if the customer says, this is the amount I can do, this is where I'm at, give me some suggestions, then then you guys can talk it over.
Exactly.
And there might be a solution that works best for everybody.
Right.
So that's nice, and that's good information to know. And it never hurts. My dad was a huge advocate to ask.
Yes.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
And also, if you don't need 15 ton of rock and you just need 3 ton or 5 ton of rock, we've got the equipment where we can haul rock out to you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we charge a trucking fee and whatever the rock costs. We don't add on to the rock. We don't charge you. If we get charged 15 a ton for rock, I'm not going to charge you $18 a ton for rock. I'm going to say, here's the rock bill and here's the trucking for charge. And
and that's something if you want to do it yourself. Exactly.
Yes.
So if you hear you see where people are wanting somebody who can haul rock, who can do that. So if they just want to do it themselves, but you can get the rock to them.
Yes, I can.
There you go.
And the most I can haul is about 9 tons.
Uh-huh.
That's the most I can haul with my truck.
That's quite a bit of rock, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
9 tons is a lot of rock. A triaxle can haul double that.
Okay.
So that's the most I want to put on my roll-off truck. So
Well, it's good information to know. Anybody wanting to do some cleanup or fixing up or anything, and of course the dumpsters are available, and you've got quite a few of them ready to go. So if you need a dumpster, that's a good way to go. And you will actually also rent them. However you want to do it. If you want them longer or shorter time.
Yep. It's like I said, if you need it for multiple weeks, we'll come up with a solution for that. I'm not going to charge you $400 for every 5 days. If you're like, look, we're going to just clean out, and it might take us 15 days to get it all done because we're working, we're doing this. I might charge you an extra couple $100 to leave that dumpster there for the extra 5 days.
Awesome.
But I'm going to say, okay, on this date, I'm coming to get it, whether it's full or not, because I'm going to have it back.
Right.
I know I'm going to be having a big dumpster job here probably about the end of August. The guy finally got the bid on it, and he's actually taken every single dumpster I got.
Yay, good deal.
Yeah, and we're basically just trucking all day long is what we're going to do.
You said a phrase, pull it up, or would you say pull it up, or I don't know, you said a phrase a minute ago. I don't know. Pulling it in and hauling it off, or pull it up, and I don't know what you said. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I just thought it should be a T-shirt, Jeromy. You know how I like the T-shirt saying.
Well, I know my favorite phrase is grip it and rip it.
Okay.
It's
well.
You look at all fashions of life with that.
Yeah, I guess
work
so.
or a Band-Aid.
I don't know. Grip it and rip it. There you go. Take the Band-Aid off. I was trying to think of you said something about that. You were talking about the guy that was bringing in the truck and hauling it off. I don't know.
Well, he's just doing a drop and swap.
Drop and swap. There we go. Well, we have swap shops, so now we need to have a drop and swap. I love that.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's just dropping an empty and picking up a full.
That's what you use. I was circling the wagon. I was somewhere around the vicinity there.
I was trying to figure out.
When I drop and swap, that's what. Yeah, we need a shirt that says that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Which is different from drop and plop, which is a whole different thing.
Another meaning. Somebody reads that on your shirt, I'll be like, what? Okay, all right.
I always got to go for the joke. I do. I have to. It's a curse. I swear.
And you don't charge extra for that. No, there's no extra fee on that one.
Fee.
No extra fees.
No extra fee. I was like, we was watching with a Celebrity Family Feud the other night.
Oh yes, I love that.
And we're watching it, and they had this question, and it was like, we asked 100 men, if you had a butler, what would you ask him for? And I paused it, and I told my wife, I said, I would go for the joke. I said, unless we had 2 strikes. I said, because I know my answer is going to get a strike. I said, but being, up there with Steve Harvey, I'm going to go for the shock and awe factor. I'm going to go for the joke.
Okay.
And I know I'm going to get an X for it, but I'm just going to go for the look of, what did he just say?
Yeah.
And I said, but I know what the typical answers are going to be. And so he's watching it, and number one answer was a beer.
Oh.
Number two answer was food. It was, they only had the four answers up there. It was the points were tripled or whatever. I think the third answer was a fine cigar.
Oh, wow.
And then the fourth answer was to bring my car around.
Oh.
And my wife looked at me and she says, so what would you would say to that? And I said, for the shock and awe factor, a hooker and a line of Coke.
Oh, no.
Just for the joke. Oh, yeah, just for the joke. Because if you got enough money to have a butler, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody needs to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And and she goes, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm not going on family feud.
Yeah, we're not going on family feud, guys. Yeah. I want to pick other family members.
So I'm not going on family feud.
There you go. So that's hilarious. Well, and that is fun to watch. I do too. I love to watch that too.
I like watching the bloopers where people get really bad answers.
Yeah.
I love those. Yeah. And that would be one of those on YouTube. That would be a very bad answer.
Yeah.
But I've done it intentionally. I've done it for the shock and awe factor.
Well, that would definitely be a shock and awe for sure. Yeah. Well, and I've known several that have gone on that show, and it's pretty cool the way it's handled behind the scenes, the taping and everything. So, and he's really a cool personality. So you'd probably have him belly laughing.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'd laugh at that.
Because he would probably look at me and say, "That's a guy answer."
Yeah. Yeah. But you remember who you're going home with? Your wife. Okay. So got to remember that one. Well, anyway, so if someone wants to know more about Kentuckiana Cat and Core and in your business and where location, let's give location and phone number.
Okay, we are located here in the city of Salem. Outside the city of Salem, and we are here locally. You can find me on Facebook at Kentuckiana Cat and Core Facebook. You can find me on Google at Kentuckiana Cat and Core. If you have any services from me whatsoever, whether you've sold something to me or I've done driveways or I've dropped off dumpsters, please go online and fill out the review and the stars and all that stuff, because it does help promote my business a little more.
Sure.
And gets my business name out there a little bit better. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, they can look at me either or on any recyclables right now. It's by appointment only. Please call me and say, hey, I've got some copper. Hey, I've got some brass. Like right now, I'm basically a one-man operation, but we do not have a manned store yet. I'm going to try to work into that. Hopefully by the next year, I'm going to try to have a manned location again. I'm trying to work up to that rather, to where I can have a manned location where there's somebody going to be in a building, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, to be able to take recyclables at any point in time.
Right.
Right now, we're not there yet. It's just really, really hard to find help. As you can tell at every fast food place or restaurant around, it's really hard to find help right now. And so we are going to try to get that going next year, hopefully, to where we are a manned location again. Right now, we do take appointments only on that stuff. If you have a problem getting to me, we open at 7:30 a.m. We close at 5:30 p.m. Except for Wednesdays, we close at 5 because we go to Bible study on Wednesday nights. So anytime during the week except for Wednesday, if you work and you don't get off work till 4:30, give me a call, send me a text message and say, hey, I've got some batteries, I got some wheels, I got some copper, and I will say, okay, well, I'll be open. I'll stay open till 6 o'clock or 6:30, or what's a good time for you between 5 and 7 that we can meet up. I will actually stay open a little later for those people that can't get to me before 5:30.
Awesome. Well, it's good information to know.
And it's on an appointment,
sure.
case by case basis.
Right. Well, you're busy doing other jobs,
yes.
So it's nice to please make sure you call first and don't assume you're going to be right at that place at this right that time. So,
like I said, we are an unmanned location, so right now any recyclables, catalytic converters, car batteries, any of the copper brass stuff that need to be weighed, it is 100% appointment only.
Okay. And on Facebook, it's Kentuckiana Cat and Core, right?
Yes, Kentuckiana Cat and Core Facebook, and it's also Kentuckiana Cat and Core on Google,
Okay.
or you could possibly type in KCC Dumpster Service
Okay.
On Google and possibly
Awesome.
pick us up that way as well.
And again, you want to give your phone number?
Phone number is 812-946-0774, and I turn it on at 7:30 in the morning, and I usually will turn it off at about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So if you get my voicemail, and if you hear my Robo Killer, I got one of them Robo Killer apps now. You can actually download it on your phone through either Apple or Android.
Uh-huh.
And what it does is, if it's a spoof call or if it's one of these telemarketer calls, it routes it to this Robo Killer, and because it's a robocall, and you can set up like different answering services. Like you can have the Vietnamese lady from the nail salon answering your phone for the Robo Killer.
Okay.
You could have Ozzy Osbourne answering the phone.
Sharon.
It's really broken up. It was hilarious. You could
Wow.
You could have most of the presidents. You can have Obama and Trump and Biden. The funniest one I seen with Biden though was he goes, "Hello, hello, who am I talking to again? Okay, who am I again? Where am I at?" It's hilarious. Somebody made one that was funny about Biden because he forgets everything. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of them on there. It's pretty funny.
Did not know that. Okay, so all right, so if you
And the thing is I got my MC numbers, which means I've got my own authority on my vehicles now, to where I can haul for people. Like if you've got a car broke down, I can come pick up your broke car and haul it.
Awesome.
Because I'm a for-hire service with my dumpster service. I'm a for-hire service. So I have to have MC numbers. Well, when you get MC numbers, your number goes out, your phone number goes out over the internet like a wildfire, and you have 2 million insurance companies, 2 million brokerage firms, another million trucking companies, because all they see is the MC number, and they have no idea what kind of equipment you got. And they're always calling you, "Hey, we are fuel card companies," is another one. We got discount fuel cards, and it's like, I want a pickup truck, dude. And I've had semi companies call me, "Hey, we just wanted to see if you'd like to lease your truck on with us. Do you lease pickup trucks?" Huh? That's what I own. I own pickup trucks. And they can't fathom why. Oh, well, we're just calling because we got your MC number, blah blah blah. So so I downloaded the Robo Killer, and it's eliminated all that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's good information to know.
Because those are robotic dialed numbers.
Yeah.
It's dialed by a computer, and this Robo Killer thing automatically knows that it's dialed by a computer.
That's great. That's good. Well, that's good to know. But
and the spoof calls, the local numbers, where because I've actually had a phone call from my own phone number before.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was somebody spoofed my number.
Yeah.
Well, it'll actually come across spoof number, and it'll send it straight to robocall.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. Good to know that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, give Jeromy a call. Get a hold of him if you need any services that he can accommodate you in, and also get estimates. Come get an estimate, get some information, and find out. And got some jobs to be done.
And give us a like and a review on Google and on Facebook.
Yeah, keep him busy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And just future off, first weekend of August, we are actually going to be gone. We're not going to be working Thursday through Monday. So we're going to take a little mini vacation.
Right, good for you guys. Good for you. All right, wonderful. Well, we appreciate the information, Jeromy. Thank you for coming on, and great sponsors here every morning on Coffee Club, and of course Swap Shop, and all that you do for the community. And you're a big supporter for so much that goes on, and all the all the things that you contribute to. I can say on a personal note, I know a generous heart and a wonderful business to have, and great part of our community for sure. You add to our.
I appreciate it, and also anybody that's wanting to make any kind of nominal any kind of a money donation to the ALS. I have started a new touch tone benefit.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a bank account over at First Harrison Bank, and I'm going to give the ladies over there information on how, if you want to donate to that cause, to the ALS Foundation, all the money that is received to go straight to ALS. And my best friend Mike Touchtone passed away the 24th of last month. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks today.
Yeah.
He passed away from ALS, horrible disease, and I said I'm going to try to make his name go worldwide, and I hope I do.
There you go. Love that. Yeah, great friend. You were very dedicated.
I tried to be.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate that information too. All right, and do want to remind everybody, tomorrow morning we will be broadcasting live at Walmart and getting ready for their grand opening, 8:30. If you can come out, it's going to be a great time. And you know, it's been 4.5 years since they opened the doors, and they're already having a remodeling. That's just not usually heard of. So
right.
So anyway, come see it.
I don't like it either.
They
moved everything around.
I love it. Well, I think you just got to get used to it. It's changed. Got to get used to it. But I think it works. It works well. And I think anyway, come out and see it. And anyway, it's just got to get used to some of the stuff. But anyway, thank you to Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare Center, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentuckiana Cat and Core, and Dr. Mindy Gunn, Dr. Black's Eye Associates. And thank you, Jeromy, for coming in.
Well, thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day, and go out and flip those tires, okay?
Yeah. Be safe, everybody. God bless.
Thank you.
KCC Dumpster Rental for your cleaning projects is easy with KCC Disposal. If you are a homeowner and you're cleaning out your garage, or you're a business owner with a cleanup project, a rented dumpster can be the perfect solution. Everything can be tossed into one container, out of sight and out of mind. My dumpsters are rented up to 5 days. Just give KCC a call to get a quote and set up a time to get your dumpster delivered. Get rid of all this junk by calling KCC Dumpster Service at 812-946-0774. Or message us at Kentuckiana Cat and Core on Facebook. Thank you for your business, and God bless.
5 years ago, Walmart came to the Salem community, and the team has been setting records ever since, winning the prestigious Helen Walton Award and breaking local and regional records. Now the store has been chosen for a remodel to become one of the premier Walmart stores in the United States. The project is completed, and the public is invited to come out this Friday morning to take part in the grand reopening ceremonies at 8:30 a.m. Also, WSLM is hosting a second fire truck pull this Saturday morning at 10 in the Walmart parking lot to raise money for Washington County Special Olympics. Get a team of 10 people from work or friends and head over to the Walmart on Saturday morning. The cost is $10 per person and $100 per team. All proceeds go to the Special Olympics. Registration and rules at WSLMradio.com.
Hi, I'm Quinn Button, a proud member of the American Senior Communities team. On the court, I've seen my fair share of victories, but as a nation, we now seek a victory through vaccination. Come on, give me a beat.
I took it. Of course I took it.
The COVID vaccine may feel rushed, but is actually the result of focused collaborative work by experts. Safety steps have not been skipped.
Give me a beat.
American Senior Communities, where caring people and teamwork make the difference.
Dr. Mindy Gunn invites you to her new high-tech office in Salem at 1350 South Jackson Street. Her office is a part of Dr. Brad Black's Eye Associates, regarded as one of the leading eye care centers in the United States. The combined practice, eye doctors and surgeons have helped thousands of people enjoy better vision. Dr. Mindy Gunn is committed to excellence because the people from Kentuckiana turn to her for answers, and patients turn to Dr. Gunn for the best eye care treatment available. If you're experiencing vision problems or having problems with your current glasses or contacts, give her a call today at 812-896-1717. Dr. Mindy Gunn is seeing patients for the latest in advanced eye care. You can get glasses, contacts, or prescription sunglasses. Come visit Dr. Gunn at Dr. Black's Eye Associates in their new high-tech paperless office today. They are closed on Mondays, open Tuesday 9 to 6, Wednesday 8 to 5, Thursday 9 to 6, Friday 8 to 5, and every other Saturday 8 to noon. Most insurances are accepted and affordable payment options can be worked out with you. To schedule your next eye appointment, again, call 812-896-1717. You'll be glad you did, and she'll be glad to take care of your eyes.
Feature, figure 830 lap feature, and the small oval powder puff feature. 10-time ARCA Racing Series champion Frank Kimmel is entered into this Sunday's Firecracker 150 at Salem Speedway, piloting the Roger Williams number 32 entry. Kimmel won the firecracker back in 1991. General admission is $15 and children 12 and under are free. Also coming up on July 24th, the Super Cup Dollar Beer at Salem Speedway. The racing's so fast, it's already history. Go to salemspeedway.com for tickets and more information. And for drag strip action, check out West End Drags on the old Salem Airport runway. For more information, call 812-886504.
Kentuckiana's choice for the best country. WSLM Salem, Jeffersonville, Louisville. My Country, 1220 AM.
Some uncommon circumstances lead to you getting some extra cash. I'm John Herrick. You're listening to Network Indiana. You're getting some extra money back from the state for the first time in...
The Rick and Bubba Show is a federally protected trademark. We just thought you'd want to know. All rights reserved. Coming to you from the Broadcast Plaza and Telephone. Here's Rick and Bubba.
6 minutes past. Thank you for being here. We start this hour with phone calls, and we're a little over halfway on the 10 lines, so there's 5 of them still available, or 4. 866 We Be Big. We'd love to talk to you. Speedy, the Real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, and Adler all here. And welcome back, Bill Bubba.
The Rick and Bubba Show.
Well, I've already said that. Welcome back, Bubsy.
Rick, glad to be here. Thank you.
Wendy, welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show. Wendy gets us started. Wendy, go ahead.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good, great.
I was concerned about Guantanamo Bay. If we still have that, is it considered U.S. soil? And could the refugees just go there and then we get them out?
Wendy, here's your problem, though.
Anybody heard from Colonel Jessup?
Yeah. We do have a military base on the island of Cuba that we lease. It was a long-term lease. When Castro took over, he said they never agreed to it. And I understand, I've heard this rumor for years that they will not cash the checks. If I was them, I'd cash the checks.
Yeah. Do you think that's just one of those things somebody said?
I don't know.
But do we still have a base?
Yeah, that's where we were carrying the terrorists to the prison.
But I thought we could let all them out.
Well, no, we still have a military base there, and it's a rather large one.
Right.
The problem is it is guarded by one of probably the deadliest minefields in the world, and we can't just bring everybody in Cuba to a military base.
Right.
I mean, you don't understand the scope of these protests, and I think the size of it is the only thing that has kept them from being killed already, because they just can't kill all those people.
To Kyle in Tuscaloosa. Kyle, go ahead.
Hey, I'm cutting grass in Green Acres.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
I heard about the story about Richard Sherman and kickoff hour. I just want to hear what happened. I haven't seen anything on it.
Richard Sherman, we're going to do that story. We haven't gotten to it yet. Sounds rough. Wife calling 911. He seemed to be kind of out of it, threatening to kill himself. And
to fight the police.
Yeah, fight the police, all of this. I don't know the end result, right? Do we just know that call was made? Do we know what happened?
Episode, Rick.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, how did it end?
Well, it ended. I mean,
did they go over there?
They have. I think
he was arrested. I think
he's okay, but it was a long night.
Did they arrest him and take him?
Yeah, I think so.
that was the headline of the story, was it not?
I don't know.
Sherman arrested.
I don't know about the arrest. Let me see here. But it involved a burglary attempt from a family member, domestic violence charge, a car going through construction zone that was closed, hitting a barricade, messing up the side of the car limping to an exit, abandoning the car. It was a mess.
Yesterday, the headline that came across from the USA Today: NFL star Richard Sherman in jail.
Yeah, they tried to calm the situation down.
So the bottom line is he's okay. He's been taken into custody, and we don't know anymore. But the big story is what you just listed. All the things that happened.
Man, it was
weird.
It was very strange.
So we continue. Let's go to Nate in Tuskegee. Nate, welcome to Rick and Bubba. Go ahead.
Hey, I wondered if y'all had seen the videos of Fidel Castro when he was first running for office in Cuba, and about how he sounds just like our Democratic politicians today, saying, "I'm not a Marxist, or communist. I'm just a humanitarian and care about people. And I'd never seen videos of that. I thought he was a self-proclaimed communist.
Oh, no. Listen, when he started his revolution,
that's right.
The U.S. was backing him.
Yeah.
We were backing him. He came to D.C. as a hero and then turned on us.
Yeah, Little Red Riding Hood thought that her grandmama had some big long teeth too. It turned out it wasn't my grandmama.
If I could just read this little deal here on Sherman, this is how bad it got. There was a K9 involved, K9 unit.
Sick the dogs on it.
Sherman fought back once the officers told him he was under arrest. They sent the K9 unit to take him down. He was taken to the hospital to be examined, eventually booked in the King County Jail after 6, and has to stay in jail until his court hearing.
Wow. John in Missouri, what a night. John, go ahead.
Hey, fellas, I was wondering if we could name that coyote Corey, and then every time Papa gets up and runs to the kitchen, we could set him down in between them there.
Yeah.
Corey the Coyote.
I like
Wait,
it.
somebody get Corey. Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
There, look at him back here. Coyote, Cam.
Bubba, were you nice to Corey? Did you have that voice where you were a little disgusted?
Well, I was a fat man wanting chicken.
I've never
Had that
voice. You know what?
No, I was polite as I could be.
Yeah.
Sounded like it.
Hey, ask the liquor store guy about the wino if he says the door's locked. See how he acts. Let's go to.
I mean, I'm sure to begin with there was a look of, hey, you got to be joking.
Right,
Face, you know.
Suzanne, Atlanta, ATL. Go ahead.
Good morning. I want to preface what I'm going to say by telling you guys I'm a very patriotic American. I love the fact that you guys play the national anthem in the morning. But the one that y'all played this morning, and I've heard it many times before, it hurts my ears to hear it. Do y'all listen to that?
I don't. Honestly,
Which one was it?
Honestly, not only do I not know who Bruno Mars is, I don't even remember the national anthem today.
Yeah.
Was it Zach Brown Band?
I don't know who it is, but whoever's singing like the high tenor on that is just, I hate to say it, it's horrible.
You know,
it hurts my ears.
Okay, I'll make a note of that, but I will take one disagreement because I know the rotation pretty heavy. To say that we play that many times is an exaggeration.
No, I mean, no. I just mean over in a long period of time. I've heard it many times.
Because it usually comes around about one every few months, maybe. Yeah.
What's your go-to?
I would urge you to listen to it because it's.
No, Suzanne, I don't have any, it's not endearing to me. I honestly just try to mix them up but to drop that one would have no impact on my life whatsoever. I'm not clean.
Most of them are really, all of them are really, really great.
I would say
all.
all.
For some reason just stands out to me, and it hurts at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Rick,
in the bathroom
replace it with Carl Lewis. I'll put Carl Lewis. Uh-oh. Yeah, I haven't, honestly, I didn't pay that much attention to it.
And you know what you're going to get is we're going to get emails within minutes that's someone's favorite.
Oh, yeah, it's all.
I will say this. I got a text earlier from somebody that you know, and I'll tell you that said the same thing she did.
Yeah, you see, I haven't heard it.
I ain't paid enough attention to it.
I didn't.
Buddy, you missed it, Greg.
Can I tell you, you want me to really open the door? Because sometimes we'll really open the door.
Sure.
I'm really going to talk shop here. I have something that is over to my left. It's called an instant replay. Whoever invented this for radio shows, I just want to say thank you. I don't know who gets credit for this. It's basically, tell me, Bubba, if I'm wrong, you two hounds. It's a computer, really.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and so
hot buttons.
It has hot buttons that you can put, and you put in the content that you want, and you can access it with a push of a button. So it also has these overlays that you can go to different banks, meaning whatever's on.
It has 50 buttons, 10 banks for 500 entries, but you have to change banks to get to all of them.
So usually my national anthems are on bank 5. I can see them all clearly what they are by the push of a button. But some days we get in here or we meander around in the kitchen or whatever it is, and I'm in a hurry. And if the bank is not on there and I'm out of time, now I just have to search any of them I can think of. Right. And today I remembered that we had one from Zach Brown Band, and I typed in Zach, and Zach Anthem came up, and I said, good, that'll work. It's really, I know that may break your heart that you think there's more to it than that, but it
how dare you?
Sometimes it's just, and hey man, I just grabbed something off the shelf.
Yeah.
But at one point, I mean, I don't remember being that bad. We must have thought it was good enough to save it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you why I was saving it because Zach Brown
It was Zach.
real popular. It might have been a
I haven't
Super Bowl
listened to it.
thing or
I think it was.
Hey, why don't you
I
like
think
that?
you can actually hear the flyover.
What is
May have added
what
that,
is y'all's
but I think-
favorite one?
Little Big Town. I go with it every
That's a
time
good one.
that I am
That's a
doing.
good
What to
That's-
your point,
that's my
it
go-to.
stands out on this replay, so it's easy for me to hit, and I like it.
I like
I
that.
like the military
the
band,
instrumental.
what I would call the normal one.
Yeah, instrumental. Just instrumental.
Yeah.
There was a time I wanted to
Played it a pretty good clip.
There was a time I wanted to go to it only and just play it and just.
I like
have the same-
Tom Landry's version.
That's a good one. Leanne Rhymes, I do that one if I need to go to the bathroom because
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah.
It takes your time.
Yeah. She really does. It's a great one.
It is.
But it's lengthy.
I'd like to see tempo up a little bit.
We'll be back.
Rick and Bubba.
Today, many small business owners are busier than ever, which is why they're relying on LinkedIn Jobs to help them find top talent. Post your job for free to reach LinkedIn's network of 740 million professionals. Fill out targeted screening questions to get your role in front of the most qualified candidates. Then filter and prioritize the top candidates you'd like to interview. Did you know that every week nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Bubba. That's linkedin.com/Bubba or rickandbubba.com. Terms and conditions apply. Summer's a time for excitement, whether it's leaving on vacation or just leaving your comfort zone and trying something new with HelloFresh. HelloFresh now offers 50 menu and market items to choose from each week with constant new recipes. There are meal options for everyone, like Calorie Smart Gourmet 10-minute lunches or quick low-prep dinners. Use the code Bubba at HelloFresh.com/Bubba for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's the code Bubba at HelloFresh.com/Bubba or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors button.
Hey everybody, Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. In fact, over 1 million homeowners took advantage of refinancing or buying a new home with Rocket Mortgage. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase again, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save for just how much money you could save by making a move right now. Don't look back over these next few weeks and wish that you had taken action. You could save hundreds on your mortgage payments or pay off your home loan earlier than planned. You could even take cash out of your home to pay off high interest debt, complete home repairs, or bulk up on an emergency fund. When you want to secure a low rate, Rocket can. Call 833-8ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com. Rocket.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 33.
Having your own home is awesome, but it's also a lot of work. The good news, finding help for your projects is easier than ever. Introducing Angie, the app that puts all your home care needs at your fingertips. Need a pro to fix that emergency leak? Maybe find someone to build a deck, or even set your seasonal tasks on autopilot. Angie can handle all that and more. Expert pros, hundreds of home projects, clear pricing, and the easiest way to book and pay in seconds. This is Angie, your home for everything home. Download the app today.
You work hard and you train hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. But it doesn't have to be that way. Stick it to the pain with the Tiger Balm Pain Relieving Patch. Convenient to apply, hydrogel technology sends Tiger Balm's proven pain relief right to your aches and pains. It's fast, safe, and long-lasting. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is trusted pain relief for everyone, from world-class athletes to weekend warriors. Roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
I worry about lots of things. My finances, my grandkids.
If you're 65 or older, you have enough things to worry about. Pneumococcal pneumonia shouldn't be one of them. Even healthy adults 65 and older are at increased risk for this potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13-valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 13.
All right, folks, you've heard us talking about what Relief Factor can do for your pain for several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at relieffactor.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Summer's a time for excitement, whether it's leaving on vacation or just leaving your comfort zone and trying something new with HelloFresh. HelloFresh now offers 50 menu and market items to choose from each week with constant new recipes. There are meal options for everyone, like Calorie Smart Gourmet 10-minute lunches or quick low-prep dinners. Use the code BUBBA at HelloFresh.com/Bubba for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's the code BUBBA at HelloFresh.com/Bubba or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors button.
Rock out at work, rock out in the car, or wherever you are with 97.9 WSLM. You're listening to the Radio Revolution. Rick and Bubba.
We're back. 21 minutes past the hour. Rick and Bubba Show. Thanks for being with us. Things you need to know. Yesterday's Bible study is done, so that archive is now available. If you haven't caught that yet from yesterday's Bible study. Rick and Bubba University, the podcast coming out again this weekend. We'll record another edition of that today. And, of course, you can go to everything that could possibly ever be known about the show, how to access all the Rick and Bubba content, always using the old home spot of rickandbubba.com. Spell out the word and. Bubba, Britney Spears update. Free Britney. So, Britney gets a win. Those of you out there that want Britney to be set free, a judge has ruled that she can go ahead and get the lawyer of her choice. She can seek her own representation and appoint her own counsel. I guess, does she have money to pay for this? She has to ask her dad for it, who is still the conservator. Well,
she's suing him.
Yeah, she's suing him. Is he going to give money?
How many rulings do we have to have on this? We've been getting rulings for 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah, it's very strange. And I think even under some of the rules, I was reading one of the commentaries about it, and I don't really know, but they said that her dad, who is the, what's the term? Conservator of that fund. If he is sued, can use her money to defend himself. Because he's in an official job.
I know.
So Britney will be hiring a lawyer to sue him, who is also paying his lawyer with her money.
Well, and here's the one I want to know. Do I have to ask my daddy for money to pay a lawyer that's going to try to take my dad that money?
Can't we just work this out?
You know what I'm saying?
Look like it, Greg.
So,
I think they could avoid a lot of this.
She says she took to Instagram, Bubba, and this is what I wish she would stop doing. This is her celebrating her getting a ruling that she can appoint her own counsel. I don't know if you've seen any of this here.
There she goes.
She's doing cartwwheels.
She pretty much every day confirms everything.
And for some reason, she also included her riding a horse.
Okay.
I don't.
Rick, as I said yesterday, Brittany's not really helping herself with some of her antics here. If she would just, as we said, be cool. Just everybody be cool. Let the judge rule. Get the lawyer you want. Get your money. Mm-hmm. Look, do I think Britney Spears is right? No. Big no. But do I think she has the right to blow her own money at the age she is? Sure. Yeah.
It's she also wants the fans to know that she I'm still not sure about the celebration, including me on horseback. Cartwheels I can kind of follow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed she can still do the cartwheel.
I'm surprised it wasn't, every now and then she'll just throw out some weird dance.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I know that this was brought up by, of all people, Roseanne, Realtor Eyes. She does have those. They flare just a little bit. She's really.
Was Roseanne the first one to come up with that? Because
That's
that
the
is
first
a
time I
good
ever
one,
heard.
by the way.
I mean, I know what she means, but I'd never heard of the term realtor eyes. I knew exactly what she meant, but I got it. I know what you mean. This house is great. Don't you love it? It's got 4 bedrooms and a bath and a half.
Is that
yeah, there it is.
There's real.
There they are.
You can move in right now.
Some people call it crazy eyes.
Well, that's a much more straightforward approach. But so Brittany gets to appoint her own lawyer. So that's cartwheels about it.
The first time I ever heard crazy eyes is when we were down at the Lenore Farms feeding cows when the kids were real little. I'd never heard crazy eyes.
You never heard that?
No.
Okay.
And he said, "Hey, watch that one right there. Talking about the cows coming over to get corn. That one right there's got crazy eyes. You never know what that one's gonna do.
Yeah. Well,
before you know it, it's on you."
Yeah. Some dogs have it too. You just look at them, and you go, "That thing's crazy."
When
look at it running in circles.
Yes. In the free state of Florida, it continues to the liberals just hate DeSantis so much. They can't find any extra hate. If they could, they would.
Yeah.
Because he has the audacity to say that he believes in liberty and that Americans do not have to live under the tyranny of government, even if you try to scare them by saying that when fear is involved, we can take away more of your rights. He's made very many quotes, and they're really upset now because there is a website that I got to be careful how we say this because the governor, if you remember one time, he had said that how in the HE double hockey sticks am I going to be able to drink beer with a mask on?
Right.
And so now there is a beer koozie that you can now buy.
Okay.
A beer koozie. And on the front of it, it says, "Don't Fauci my Florida."
You got a little speech. They're mad about it.
And buddy, they are just as mad as they can be.
They said, "How dare?"
You're not allowed to go after the high priest.
They're going after science.
Well, and look,
How
let's
dare
face it,
you.
they're after DeSantis because they think he probably has a future as a possible presidential candidate. He's got Trump's politics. He's a little more polished politically. He's done a good job in Florida. Better hair. He's going to look good on TV for a while. So, he's a threat to them, and they know it, and that's why they're going after it.
So we have that. We have one that says keep Florida free. That's not, the liberals are upset about that one. And he said, I think now with Fauci's emails, it's pretty clear that a lot of this stuff was fly by the seat of your pants guidance. I mean, you look at his own email, you can see that.
How dare you?
I mean,
you mean when he was getting up in front of us, telling us one thing, and emailing somebody the total different truth to them? I mean, that's how are we supposed to take that other than we were lied to?
Bub, I know you and I lay awake at night wondering what MSNBC host Joy Reid thinks of us. Yes. She calls DeSantis an ignorant ghoul.
Right. Ghoul.
Now, based on
not very nice.
What does she base that on? What's her big beef?
Well, Bubba,
the fact that the state has flourished.
She calls the merchandise. Who's Anna on the View?
Anna?
Which one's that? Anna. One of the View ladies that sometimes I try to decide, do I watch the View or do I let somebody take their fingernails and go down the chalkboard? And that's usually the choice you make. She says, "Hey, this merchandise is freaking stupid."
Is that how she said it?
That's the quote.
Well, you got her.
That
Right?
was it. Yeah, I've seen her on there. I don't know what her deal is.
It's outrageous.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. So what? I mean, what gets me about that? What do you mean it's stupid? You realize
he's raising money with it, isn't he?
Yeah, but how about this? You know what he's playing to, and what she says is stupid. He's playing to Americans that think that they're still free.
DeSantis has got a pretty impressive track record too. So.
Phone calls are next. 866 we be big. We'll find out what is on your mind when we come back. You the people, why you still can. Lines are available. We'll speak to you next. Rick and Bubba. There's a specialist for just about everything. Your car breaks down, go to the mechanic. Problems with your shower, call a plumber. So when you want to get your uneven, crooked teeth fixed, you see an orthodontist. They're the specialist. And that's what sets Candid, the invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners above the rest. While poorly reviewed or insanely priced clear aligner companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement, who created your plan, is with you from start to finish. The average Candid treatment is just about 6 months. You'll see results way before then. And with your aligner treatment, you get Candid's teeth whitening for free. Right now, you can save $75 on your Candid starter kit when you get started from home, or you can book an appointment at the Candid studio near you today. Go to candidco.com/Bubba and use the code Bubba. That's candidco.com/Bubba and the code Bubba, or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors where you'll find the link. Between the news, appointment TV, and endless scrolling on your phones, we're looking at screens more than ever. But how do you rest your eyes without feeling totally unplugged? By putting in a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds and listening to something great. Whether you're listening to your favorite podcast, binging an audiobook, or working out to a pumped-up playlist, Raycons are built to perform anywhere and at any time with water and sweat-resistant construction and seamless Bluetooth pairing. There's no dangling wires or white stems to worry about. Raycons offer a comfortable in-ear fit for a more discreet look in a variety of colors, and also this gives you maximum style options. Also, 6 hours of playtime, you can unplug for a while. The best part, Raycon wireless earbuds start at about half the price of premium audio brands, so you can pick up a pair and a spare. Right now, you get 15% off your Raycons at buyraycon.com/Bubba. That's buyraycon.com/Bubba for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds, or rickandbubba.com. This summer, Bespoke Post is here to take your adventures to the next level with a new line of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month. So no matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From travel and outdoor gear to breezy summer styles and grooming goods, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. Now to get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or you can cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Bubba at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code Bubba, for 20% off your first box. Or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. If you're a regular show listener, you probably heard me talk about my all-form sofa, which is insanely comfortable and looks great in the living room. So here's some exciting news. The same amazing team behind my all-form sofa has brought us unbelievable customized mattresses, Helix. Helix has a sleep quiz that takes about 2 minutes to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Greg, how's your new mattress?
Oh, it was a major upgrade. We love it. Plus, it came in a box right to my front door. Really easy to set up. Great mattress.
There you have it, folks. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take our word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. So if you're looking for a mattress, just go to helixsleep.com/Bubba. Take the quiz. You order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders for our listeners. That's at helixsleep.com/Bubba. helixsleep.com/Bubba. Or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Summer is a time for excitement, whether it's leaving your worries behind and going on vacation for a few days, or just leaving your comfort zone and trying something new today with HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you can try new dishes without the usual hassles of cooking something for the first time. No puzzling over complicated directions or hunting down ingredients, that you're probably only going to use one time. And no need to put grocery shopping and meal planning on the summer calendar. HelloFresh now offers 50 new menu and market items to choose from each week, and new recipes constantly being added. There's always something new for everyone to try. There are meal options for every occasion, inspired by different cuisines, even quick dinners and 10-minute lunches. Perfect for switching things up. And with pictures